far for Baldwin. He leads the club with 15 points. On the other side for the Hampton Talbots, Spencer Homitz, one of their forwards, 2 points. His brother Ethan is the captain. He has scored 9 goals in 4 games. So he's one to watch out for. Mike Stritzinger Jr. as well for the Hampton Talbots. The goaltending matchup, Sam Commentator is in the nets for the Hampton Talbots. He has a 3-1 record on the season, a .325 goals against average, a save percentage of .884. And opposite his net opponent tonight, Matt Yock, for the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, for the Baldwin team, that he has won. He's in 6 games, so he's played in every game. 1-5 on the year, .486 goals against. His save percentage is .837. Take a quick break. Back with the opening face-off right after this as Baldwin gets set to take on Hampton. You're listening and watching PIHL Hockey. It's sponsored by Trib Total Media, and it's right here on the MSA Sports Network.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a college student misses mom doing laundry, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, like a boy band member misses his dignity, and like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s.
Later, dude.
Then we've got good news for you. The McRib sandwich is back at McDonald's. With its epic sauciness and topped with pickles and slivered onions. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary.
Will you keep me warm this winter? Will you keep my heart out of the cold? Wrap me in your arms when I shiver. Will you keep me warm this winter?
We'll keep you warm this winter with a handcrafted white chocolate delight from McCafe. Sip the new white chocolate latte, dip into the whipped cream of a white chocolate mocha, or curl up with the new white hot chocolate. You'll be loving this winter with McCafe. At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
East Suburban Sports Medicine, leaders in physical therapy, will help you get back into the game. Feel better, play better, live better. Our focus is on your results. East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at any Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us right here on the MSA Sports Network to receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to www.monticellos.com. Monticello's a Pittsburgh favorite.
Back at the Bladerunners in Harmarville, Brandon Showers, Bob Orkwis on MSA Sports. Hosts audio streaming and video streaming tonight. New digs for the Hampton Talbots.
New digs.
Used to call the Ice Connection home in Valencia.
Step up in digs, if you ask me.
Moved into the Bladerunners in Harmarville. They're in the home white jerseys tonight with the blue and gold trim. They'll move from right to left in your audio portion of this broadcast or across the computer screen. Baldwin in the road blacks with the black jerseys and black pants and the black trim, the purple trim on their uniforms.
You say that silver lettering and numbers?
I would say indeed silver. Matt Yock in the goal to our left. Sam Commentator defends the goal to our right. As we're about to get underway, this faceoff is controlled by Hampton into their own zone. Bring up the near side. They try to get Homitz. He's triple teamed. And a steal for Dominic Carlino. Carlino comes down the right wing trying to get to the net. He can't now make it in. Now a centering pass goes behind the net. Max Milan tries to chase it down. Hampton does. Hampton comes out for Spencer Homitz. Homitz's pass on the far side of Ryan Hornig is beyond his reach. Baldwin had it in their own zone, but they lose it on the near boards. Pinching in Reinert to keep it alive. Now they scrum along the near side face-off circle. It's worked into the corner. Baldwin will put it behind the net. Dan Fagora goes to play it. Gets it to Milan, but it's intercepted. Comes near side to Paul Nur. But Nur can't clear. Baldwin having trouble getting out of their own zone. They're going to skate it up and finally shoot it back to center ice, but Hampton is right on it. On the attack, Nico Katsafanis. Katsafanis is into the zone. Dumps it in. Long shift for Milan, and the alternate captain skates it up the near side, flips it up, back to the Hampton zone where Josh Jan goes back to play it. Jan puts it up to his teammate Dan White. White little Quick pass to Justin Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner through center ice. Drops it off near side, left side to Lynch. Lynch makes a move around the defender, puts it back behind the net. Hampton tries the center. They can't do it. Puck is played into the right wing corner. Hampton behind that centering pass. In tight score. On the stick of Andrew Lynch. He goes upstairs to beat Yock. And Hampton takes a 1-0 lead.
The 1:30 mark, and Lynch just high upper right-hand corner, glove hand corner on Yock, and Yock's glove not able to get up there in enough time to stop the goal. Good move in front of the net as well to free himself up.
And a good centering pass from behind the net. We'll try to pick up the assist on that, but they get it to Lynch.
Weinbrenner.
Lynch was up tight. Yeah, Weinbrenner behind the net. Lynch again in close, but good enough to go upstairs against Matt Yock to make it 1-0.
85 and White on the 10 on the assist, so Daniel White got an assist as well.
For Andrew Lynch, his second goal of the season at 1:30. Daniel White, by the way, has now upped his point scoring streak to 3 games with the assist on the Lynch goal. And in their own zone, Hampton with the early 1-0 lead. Work it up the blue line and put it back to center ice. And through the neutral zone, it's flipped up. Daniel White wants a line change, and Hampton will indeed send the forechecker in, Mike Stritzinger. But he knocks a man down, but a good counterattack for
good
Brian.
Poke check. Good poke check by Grob.
Grob poke checks it. Stritzinger back, long wrist shot, a stick save by Matt Yock. It goes up into the meshing, but there was a good head of steam for Brian Dean. He's dangerous coming down the right side. You mentioned it, Grob, the poke check on the defensive end for the Hampton Talbots.
Grob has himself a point per game, a couple of goals and 3 assists in 5 games. Not a bad season for him so far either.
Face-off controlled in the right dot by Stritzinger, puts it in front. Never got to the net, cleared out by Baldwin to center ice. A little too far for one of the Baldwin players on the attack. Can't see the name on the back. You don't have a 16 for Baldwin. So we'll have to check that. He skates for us. Hampton steals, dumps it into the zone. Baldwin with a chance to clear. They get it to the near point, but they can't get it out of the zone. And now to the right point it comes. Wrist shot. Good idea to fire the wrister from the point by Katsafanis, but an easy glove save by Matt Yock.
Katsafanis, good idea right from the point, like you said. Yock, though, that time quick with the glove, able to get it up. That is Dorrance.
And now we know.
The more you know.
Face off to the left of Yock, won by Baldwin. Dump behind the net by Dutkowitz, but a good forecheck. And again, Baldwin has had trouble in this early going and get out of their own zone. Max Milan, the talented junior forward, he has forechecked in the corner and a good pinch on the far side by the Talbots. And now Hampton will come to the near side. And they double team the puck carrier. Comes to the near circle. Baldwin will flip it to the point, but Reiner does a nice job to keep it in once, twice. No, stolen by Milan. Milan back, 1-on-3 down the right side. Wrist shot and a blocker stick save made by Sam Commendator as he covered the angle well. Really, that's the only place Milan could go, as Hampton defended that well, and now the Talbots gain the center line and dump it back into the Baldwin zone.
Mass changes for the Talbots there after dumping it in. A lot of players tied out there. Look out.
They give it away to Andrew Lynch, who has the game's only goal. Lynch now tries to hit a cutter. Ryan Horning, the captain, down the middle. Stolen away, and D counterattacks for Baldwin. D is taken down. There's going to be a penalty forthcoming against the Hampton Talbots. And Baldwin, with the interference call, will go on the first power play of this game.
Not a bad play there. Not a bad penalty to take either. That was going to be Lynch on. That's going to be Lynch on the penalty. Tripping call going into the zone. Okay, interference. Sorry. It could have been one of the two. They both went down pretty hard. So
that's a good head of steam by Brian D too, and he's the guy you want to watch out for Baldwin. So he's taken down, and the Highlanders have a face-off, and they control it.
Big power play for the Highlanders here.
Spinning at the point, D. Nice little backhand pass on the left wing half boards. Back to D. Tries to get around him. Picked off. We're going to have a breakaway coming back the other way. Here comes Hampton. Walking, shooting it high. William McGuire went end-to-end blue line, and he fired it over top the cage, 1-on-1 with Yock.
They counted that as a shot.
Good opportunity. We'll count at that.
Yeah.
Short-handed breakaway, 3/4 of the ice. You'll take that, but McGuire shot it over top the cage. McGuire does not have a short-handed goal in the season.
Good job there by Yock to come out, though, and break down the angle, prevent an open shot, an easy shot for the breakaway on the short-handed attempt.
Puck comes into the near corner. Nick Antonio, the freshman, dumps it back behind the net. Hampton's going to pick it off and clear it. A minute 8 to go on this man advantage for Baldwin. They trail 1-0 in the first period. From his own zone comes the captain, Brian D. Lying down the right wing side, cuts in, weaves out now, goes back behind the net. Tries to center it, comes back around to the near side. Paul Nerr had it to the point, kept in by Antonio. Good one-timer, but it missed by Brian D. Puck on the near side for Baldwin. Baldwin works the right wing. They go into the right corner. A whole bunch of players fall down and squirts in front. A good opportunity for Baldwin, picked up by Hampton and cleared out of the zone with 35 seconds left on the Baldwin power play.
Daniel White with the clearance there, right where the puck was. Did a good job keeping his head on a swivel.
Dylan Davey with a long shot. Rebound. That is put on Commendator by Carlino, and he makes that save. Baldwin with the last chance on this man advantage. Down to 20 seconds in front. Oh, they had a man wide open at the near post, but Mark O'Hanlon could not control. He centers it. At the center point is Carlino. Carlino stick handles, dumps it into the right wing corner.
Good job by Carlino.
Picked off by Easler. Easler to the far side, but kept in by Baldwin on the half boards. Another opportunity for Easler. Kept in again at the left point by Baldwin. 3 for a quarter. Easler decides to come around to Evan Clark. Clark will try the near side this time, and he will get it out of the zone. The power play is over. Icing called against the Hampton Talbots. It is 1-0, 10:26 to go in this first period.
Let me explain. On that dump down at the blue line there's about 10 seconds left on the power play. Don't want to turn it over and allow the outcoming power play, allow Lynch to come out of the box and get a quick, easy breakaway.
Face off to the left of Sam Commendator. His given first name is Salvatore. I believe that's Irish.
Yeah, it could be.
Far point after the face-off, kept in by Figura. Put behind the net. Baldwin in a spin move. They try to center it. Does come free to the point. Squirts back into the neutral zone, played by Nick Antonio. Antonio dumps it back into the Hampton zone. And Hampton in their own zone. Playing up the center ice. Katsfanis can't clear it. It comes right back in. Baldwin dumps. And Jason Reiner will go into play. He'll reverse onto the near boards on the right wing, and now second opportunity. They work it up to Homitz. It's Ethan Homitz with speed down the right side. Gets around Antonio. Gets a shot off, and it almost snuck between the legs of Yock, and then Yock was fortunate. Brandon, when he went down, he did not kick that puck into his own net. It was sitting there right underneath his big left pillow.
That was about the worst angle possible, too, for Homitz to take that shot on goal. He's right at the goal line, just tries to push it over and maybe get an assist on the play, get someone breaking middle. Nobody was, but he almost put it in himself.
Pretty much no angle from the near goal line, but kept out of there by Yock. Faceoff squirts back to center ice. Alex Michelle dumps it in for Hampton. Baldwin plays behind their own net. And they'll reverse it. Brian D. It's kind of a hybrid. He's all over the ice, a rover, if you will. Gets it up. And it is Gorman. Trevor Gorman will dump it in. Jan gives chase for Hampton. Jan is checked off the puck. Double teamed by Baldwin, but Jan recovers and skates out of the pack. And Jan comes up to the blue line. Now goes far side. His pass a little too far, though, for Daniel White. And he did not gain the center ice line. He thinks he did, but it's going to be icing against Hampton. 9:06 to go in the first period. Shots are even at 5 apiece. Hampton a 1-0 lead on an Andrew Lynch goal at the 1:30 mark.
I really think Jan might have gained that midline.
I don't disagree with you. I thought he got a stride over.
I was trying to think of the right way to say it without saying that.
The right way to say it is our opinion matters not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Face-off is to the right of Commendator. In the zone to our right. Played behind the net. Hampton wins the draw to Jan. Puck is on the railing, on the ledge. Tyler Rush was in for Baldwin, but now Hampton will skate out of their own zone and down the right side. It is Michelle, I think. Centering pass. No, it's Stritzinger got it in front. The two players were there, and it's cleared out of harm's way. And now a counterattack for D down the left side for Baldwin. Tees up the wrister and into the blocker, or into the butterfly, excuse me. Commendator to make the save, and he covers up on the rebound.
Good hustle out of Hampton there to get back on D, to not allow that clean break toward the net. Did a good job cutting down a little bit of an angle and allowing Salvatore the opportunity to go one-on-one with the shooter.
And he made the save on the talented Brian D. He showed that speed and a good wrist shot coming down the opposite wing. Hampton wins the face-up and dumps it back to center ice. Played at the Baldwin blue line by Dan Figura. Figura comes to the near side. Antonio pops it up into the air, and it does enter the Hampton zone. Max Milan trying to give chase, but there on the puck first, Katsfanis. And it's cleared back to center ice by Hampton. Figura's pass finds no one. It was a little too far for Carlino. Clark to the far side, but that is picked off in a good forechecking effort. Baldwin in. Baldwin shoots and scores. They got it to Milan. And Max Milan in the left circle has his 9th goal of the year. We're tied at 1.
The 8:56 mark. Max Milan beat Salvatore low glove side. Both goalies getting beat glove side, which isn't very, very uncommon at the high school level.
As I mentioned, goal number 9 for Milan. Milan has scored in every game for Baldwin on the season. He had a pair of assists in the 7-2 loss to North Hills. Carlino and Nur get assist on the Max Milan goal.
This is one of those games, if Baldwin can pull out this game, they can kind of use it as a linchpin through the rest of their season, because Hampton, one of the better teams in AA right now. 5th team right now in the Fab 5.
Lynch for Hampton, Milan for Baldwin, and we're tied at 1 halfway through period number 1 at the Bladerunners in Harmarville. Baldwin on the attack once again. It's into the Hampton zone. Big scrum on the left wing half boards and squirts free to Dylan Davey. Davey goes back to the point to D. Tees up the slapper. And Commendator down to the butterfly to make the save. A little bit of traffic in front, so a good save by Commendator. Back to the near side. Becker intercepted and with speed. Counterattack for Baldwin. And a good through pass up ahead for Justin Weinbrenner, but a good recovery on the defense for Baldwin. But a slashing call is forthcoming against Baldwin, and that'll put Hampton on the man advantage for the first time in this contest.
Yeah, Hampton going to get their first power play opportunity so far on the year. They only have themselves 1 power play goal, and that was William McGuire, number 48 for this team in 5 games so far.
9:45 slashing the call against Brian D. And that put Hampton goes on the power play. Face off at the top of the near side circle on the left wing. One back to center ice. Hampton won it. Katsfanis has to go back into his own zone to play it the length of the ice. Up the near side, Antonio comes in shorthanded, and he just dumps it back in, forcing the Talbots back behind their own goal line again to start on this man advantage. They still are behind their own net. Lynch was out there. Now Katsfanis, or check it, it's not Katsfanis, Ethan Homitz. Boy, can he fly? Trying to go end-to-end is Ethan Homitz. Homitz does get the puck. Yock lost the stick. Homitz in the left wing corner.
He can stick handle in a phone booth, too.
Left point to Lynch. He did a great job to go end-to-end. Center point now, Lynch. Wrist it. Katsfanis deflected, but it's blocked by Figura into the corner. Back behind the net, Weinbrenner. His backhand pass too far for Ethan Homitz. Kept in near side by Lynch. Lynch into the left wing corner. They try to go back to Lynch. He's now resetting at the center point. Homitz dumps it off. And spinning, turning with it, is Horning. Horning dumps it down behind the net, centering. Shot, blocked in front. And a good opportunity at the top of the right circle by Katsfanis. Baldwin blocked it, and Baldwin cleared it.
Better clearance by Baldwin. Baldwin did a good job on that box play, keeping the puck out of in front of the net and not allowing a body to get in there.
42 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Hampton Talbots. After offsides is called. 5:56 to go in the first period. We're tied at 1. Face off just outside of the Baldwin zone between Carlino and Stritzinger. Hampton comes up with the face-off. Jan skates it into the zone. Stops at the left point on the left boards, loses, and Baldwin clears it. Out of his net to play to the far side is Kamenetsor. Leaves it there for Michelle. Michelle comes to the near side. His pass to no one. Intercepted by Cody Lemp. And Lemp just dumps it back in. So Baldwin has done a nice job killing off the first minute and 45 seconds of this man advantage.
0 shots on goal for the Talbots in this power play.
Carlino has possession and then just wisely dumps it back to Cody Lemp. In 3 seconds, D will come out of the penalty box. Dutkowitz dumps it in, and Baldwin, an excellent job to kill the penalty. Both teams now 0 for 1 with a man advantage in this first period. D comes out of the box and intercepts and dumps it into the Hampton zone. Hampton glasses on the near side, but they can't get it out. Played back behind the net for Alex Michelle. Michelle on the far side will dump it up off the boards. Through center ice comes Michael Stritzinger. Stritzinger was in to the zone. A delayed offside against Hampton, but they tag up, and Baldwin gets a pass to center ice. Max Milan, who has the goal, gets it to D. D sort of
good play
stepping down the far side, kind of sort of a staggered step move to get into the zone. Back behind the net, Paul Nur. Nur has it into the right wing, comes to the right top of the circle, and that shot, a little half slapper by Nick Antonio, missed. Now D comes up with the puck, weaving toward between the circles. The shot is blocked, and Ethan Homitz, the captain, will come the other way. Homitz with speed, walks in, tried to go one more time to the backhand, but Cody Lemp got him from behind, and I think we're going to get a penalty shot.
No, I don't think there's going to be a penalty shot here. I think they're going to call
Well,
interference.
they call like this, but the interference is down here. They went up.
They did go up high, and they're coming to the bench and asking who's taking it. That's
It is
exactly
a penalty
what it is.
shot. And you would think Homitz would take the opportunity, and he does. So it'll be Ethan Homitz, who has scored 9 times on the season. So the call on the breakaway results in a penalty shot for the Hampton Talbots. It'll be Homitz skating from right to left in against Matt Yock on the penalty shot, coming at 4:12 with 4:12 remaining in the first period. So 12:48, still some discussion. And here we go.
Making sure Yock was ready in the net.
Here comes Homitz, comes to the near side, on the forehand to the circle, fakes, move, scores. Beautifully done for Ethan Homitz on the penalty shot. 2-1 Talbots.
Yock ended up committing too early to stick side. Had to assume that he was going to go stick side because that was a perfect job of basically leading it to believe and going outside and going stick side.
10th of the year for Ethan Homitz, smooth as silk. 12:48 puts Hampton back on top, 2-1. I believe you said he could stick handle in a phone booth.
Did you see that?
Didn't need the phone booth there, but the stick handling,
Looked
pretty
like
nice.
It was in a phone booth anyhow.
Pretty nice as he came down the left side and then went backhand, forehand, and slid it into the empty net. Wrist shot going from left to right, Andrew Lynch. And that save is made by Mac Yock, and Yock holds on to the rebound.
Yeah, Yock that time decided, hold on to it, take the faceoff in your own zone. And again, Hampton not able to really get a setup on the power play and allow a power play shot on goal earlier in the game. Got to keep that in mind.
Good wrister off the faceoff, misses, and Baldwin comes back 2-on-1 down the near side. Trevor Gorman. Gorman put it too far ahead. He does get it in front. He had a trailer coming in late, and Tyler Rush shot it wide of the net. Back at center ice, it is Nick Antonio. Stolen away by Hampton. They come down the right wing. Antonio takes the puck. Help, though, is Weinbrenner behind the net for Hampton. Weinbrenner comes to the near point. Katsafanis, slap shot through traffic, and a good right pad save by Yock. And the rebound poked just wide by Daniel White. White tracks it down in the corner for Hampton. Goes back into the corner. Weinbrenner, centering pass, and not getting everything on the shot was Andrew Lynch, looking for goal number 2. Puck's played in the left wing corner. Hampton on it. It is White. He's got some help from Lynch. Lynch along the left wing boards, loses it. Baldwin clears it past Nico Katsafanis. That goes the length of the ice. Katsafanis deflected it, so no icing called. Up the center ice, Stritzinger has his pocket picked and now gets it back. Stritzinger down the right wing, tees it up and fans and missed the net.
That puck was bouncing on its side as he tried to Stritzinger tried to put it on net.
Got Spanis in his own zone for Hampton. Stritzinger deflects it into the zone. Brian D for Baldwin. His pass for O'Hanlon is behind him. And Katsafanis has it at the Hampton blue line. Dumps it down the far boards, and Baldwin goes up in the air to get it out, and they will. And with speed, with the counterattack, Baldwin fanning on the shot, though.
Still got it.
Becker had some help in front as D was up there, I believe. No checking, it was O'Hanlon. And now a counter for Hampton. Right side, wrist shot, stick save made by Yock. Crashing the net for the rebound was Daniel Grob. In front, Grob, and it just goes behind him. Played to the far side by Davey to O'Hanlon, and O'Hanlon backhands it back to center ice. Stritzinger lost it in his skates. Jan has it. Josh Jan lost it. Dakota Becker down the far side. Works left wing corner, but Jan plays him off the puck. Jan plays it over to McGuire. McGuire tries to skate up, takes a Baldwin player down. Now a steal. Wrist shot and a save as turning Paul Nur at the high slot. And the save made by Commendator. And he holds on with 1:36 to go in the first period. 2-1 lead for the Hampton Talbots.
That was Hampton's first shot on goal since that goal earlier in the game from the lawn.
How about Ethan Homitz with the penalty shot? He's got 10 goals. This is his 5th game. So 2 goals a game average. He averages
not too shabby.
2.75 points per game. And the forward and the captain. Tremendous player for the Hampton Talbots. Hampton behind their own goal with 1:20 to go in period number 1. They lead it 2-1. Baldwin with a good forechecking effort. Milan, who has the goal, lost it. And skating up the near side, Homitz. Ethan Homitz, the Hornet. Back to Homitz. He turns, he shoots. Oh, and a good job to follow from right to left and make the save with the paddle along the ice. A good save from Matt Yock.
Very good save from Matt Yock. Followed that and tracked it down perfectly. Homitz was able to really get a shot off almost out of anywhere. Able to get a quick shot off and not going to poke on net.
It's a good save, and then it makes it even better considering who he made it
right
against. And the top gun for Hampton, Ethan Homitz. Face-off is 1 to the far point for Hampton. At the right point, Matt Easler dumps it behind the net with under a minute to go. A centering pass to Weinbrenner, but he missed the net in the near post. Daniel White tracks it down in the right wing corner, goes to the right point. It is Easler again. Nowhere to go, so he gets a little return pass and dumps it into the corner, but a high stick forthcoming. Baldwin gets possession of the puck, and it's picked up by Hampton. They center it backhander. Yock was down.
Oh.
He had the legs splayed out, and he couldn't get it into the net. Yeah, it does go in. I thought Yock might have been back in the net. They just dump it in, didn't get far into the net, but Hampton has a 3-1 lead.
I did not see who got their stick on that puck because there was way too much going on in front of the net.
Weinbrenner was behind the net. I thought he centered it. White was there as well. It's one of those two, I think.
I do too. We're waiting for the official announcement, though, to see who it was.
And again, Yock was down early, and he had those legs splayed apart. Baldwin didn't think it went in. They were actually questioning the goal call, but the official was right there, and he said it was shoveled into the net on the backhander. It is Weinbrenner. Andrew Lynch now has a goal and an assist.
Which is right around his average as well. His average is, he's averaging 0.6 points per game, so he's over his average.
Baldwin with a late rush by Tyler Rush. And a long shot flipped onto the cage. Commendator makes the save, and then he holds on, taking no chances. 3rd goal of the season for Justin Weinbrenner to make it 3-1. And a face-off to the right of Commendator in the zone to our right. Trevor Rush takes it, but it's won by Stritzinger. Michael Stritzinger Jr. plays it around to William McGuire on the far side. His outlet is behind Daniel Grob. And that's going to be icing, and that gives Baldwin a chance late with 1.6 seconds to go in period number 1.
Not much you can do here if you're the Highlanders. Got to try to get a shot right off of the face-off, and you can imagine Hampton's just going to fall down at the face-off circle and try to kill the puck a little bit.
Weinbrenner also with a goal and assist.
Oh, they call. Okay.
Yeah, they call their goalie.
I'm sitting here. I'm counting. I'm like, wait a second.
Yock comes out. That's a smart move with 1.6. And Hampton had pulled the face-off behind the net. Baldwin got there, but they cannot center. And the first period comes to an end. We were tied at 1 before Ethan Homett scored on a penalty shot, and then Justin Weinbrenner late after 1. It is Hampton 3 and Baldwin 1. We'll take a break. You're listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey. It's sponsored by Trib Total Media, and it's right here on the MSA Sports Network.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network. When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Second period begins, and Baldwin dumps it in on the net. And Sam Commendatore comes out, puts the glove on it.
I think that was actually Hampton, excuse me.
Put it back on their own net?
Yeah. I said Highlands because one of our technical directors, Ted Lusick, just left, and he's a big Highlands grad. That have been Harbrack at his time?
That was Brandon who said that, not Bob. Puck is played back to center ice. Teams have flip-flop. Baldwin in the black and purple, moving from right to left across your computer keyboard or your computer screen. Hampton in the white jerseys, blue and gold, moving from left to right with speed. Spencer Homix down the far side, tries to find Hornig. And that is intercepted. Counterattacking the other way is Dominic Carlino. Carlino dumps it in behind the Hampton goal. Giving chase is Jason Reiner. Kept in, shot, deflected. Good deflection in front by Carlino, but a better stick save by Commendatore. And now Baldwin puts it to the far point. D has to go back to center ice and play for the Highlanders. Near side to Cody Lemp. Lemp will gain the red line and dump it in. And back in his own zone, Justin Reiner will play. Puts it in front to Jan. Will come up the near side, deflected back to center ice, and on the attack comes Andrew Lynch. Lynch has Homets going to the goal. A shot pass misses. Ethan Homets behind the net. Cody Lemp steals for Baldwin, goes up in the air, and on the puck is Daniel White. White puts it behind the net and into the right wing corner, kept in on the pinch by Justin Weinbrenner, who has 2 points. The pass will come to the far side. Jan with a nice job back, dumping in for Lynch. Lynch's centering pass, it's up in the air, comes to the right point. Michelle will dump it in to the corner. Weinbrenner had it. Baldwin forces it back to the point for Michelle. And the Hampton Talbots are playing catch. Oh, it goes through the crease on a centering pass. Jan comes in, keeps it in temporarily. D puts it up in the air, and he got it back to center ice. It was delayed offside, and now Hampton on the puck once again. Great puck possession on that shift for the Hampton Talbots.
Very, very good job of possessing the puck deep down in the end. Defenseman pinching at just the right time as well on the puck.
There comes Brian D from right to left through center ice. Comes down into the left wing corner. Puck is forced off of his stick. And Michelle plays it to Weinbrenner, but they can't get it out. Wrist shot through traffic, deflected on by Hanlon, but misses the net. And in behind his own cage is Alex Michelle. A outlet pass to center ice for William McGuire. McGuire comes in 1-on-2, low wrist shot. That's a stick save made by Matt Yock. D ties McGuire up in the near corner. Now the puck squirts free, and McGuire wins it for the Talbots. Skating to the left wing corner, to the left circle. Goes to the left point. Emmett Clark dumps it back in behind the net. Hampton has a man open in the right corner, and they get it there. And now back behind the net. Centering shot, score! McGuire got open in the slot. The Talbots find him, and it's 4-1 Hampton.
Tic-tac-toe to McGuire right in front of the net, and again beats York glove side. The 3:10 mark of the second.
3 in a row for Hampton to up their lead to 4-0, or 4-1, excuse me. And for McGuire, his 5th goal on the season. McGuire has scored points now in 4 straight games. And Hampton has a 4-1 lead, again possessing the puck, and then getting wide open in front was McGuire. Baldwin in their own zone. Streitzinger and Grob with the assists. And Grob almost made it 5-1 as he got in. Tight. Played off of his stick. Dan Figura on the near side. Plays it around far side. And Baldwin will get it up the center ice. Goes back into the Hampton zone. Spinning in his own zone is Horning. Horning gets it out to Streitzinger. Streitzinger comes down the left side with space, and he had a trailer, but that passed a little too far behind Grob. Kept in, near side, Reiner. Delayed penalty coming against Baldwin. Shot is blocked in front. Hampton comes near side. They have a man open. They have the extra attacker on. Grob puts it in front. Turning. Oh, they almost found the backhand pass to the near post for Streitzinger. Hampton still has the puck. Keeping it alive, Horning. Horning tries to shoot it. Thought that was possession. And then Yock had to make a save, and Hampton's going to go back on the power play. Both teams are 0 for 1, and boy, Hampton just in this early going of the period, Brandon, they are possessing the puck like mad.
Yeah, Hampton just holding the puck down in the offensive end. And a lot of that has to do with the ability to possess it down and keep it low as well. And even though you don't score all the time on those offensive rallies and possessing the puck down deep, it gives that thought in the back of the mind of Matt York and the defense for Baldwin of, we really got to try a lot harder to clear this puck, and if we don't, sooner or later they're going to put it on net and end up scoring.
I saw a boarding call and an unsportsmanlike call. Dorrance has to go over unless it's a misconduct against Trevor Dutkowitz.
So they got 2 in the penalty box, but only 1 up on the board.
And then it would be a 10-minute misconduct. So we're looking at a boarding call and then a 10-minute misconduct for yapping for Trevor Dutkowitz. So Dorrance serves the 2-minute minor. And Hampton will come up the near side, Ethan Homitz. Good job by Max Milan. Knock it off of his stick. Behind that, Hampton. It is Ryan Horning. Horning to the far point to Lynch. Andrew Lynch skating to his right. Wrist shot. Pretty good one through traffic. Yock had to be sharp. It was actually deflected just a bit wide. Back in the corner, Ethan Homitz. Fakes behind the net. Goes to the left wing half boards and gets a return pass. He'll set it up in the left circle. To Lynch, back Ethan Homitz. Homitz skates in, goes into the left corner, changes places with Horning. Horning to Weinbrenner. Center point to Lynch. Lynch keeps it alive. Played back behind that to Homitz. Has Horning in front. Homitz skates out. It trickles in front. Now comes back to Katsafanis. Oh, and he missed the far side, and he had net to look at.
The scoreboard stopped keeping track of shots on goal.
Homitz. Forced in his own zone by D, but D can't get it out. And a good job to pinch in by Lynch. Lynch in the corners, knocked down by Milan. Hampton has possession. It is Andrew Lynch. There's a stick on the ice. Lynch works with the Homitz. Homitz almost lost it. Good job to keep it in against Nur. Ethan Homitz, though. D is on him. Good job by Brian D. D into the near corner, spinning, turning, clears it but not out. Lynch, center point, kept it alive. Man advantage for Hampton. Finally cleared up to the near side, and Max Milan comes back shorthanded, 2-on-2. Milan left side, goes to the backhand, centers it across, and he couldn't find Paul Nur. And here comes Hampton back, 3-on-3. Homitz to Weinbrenner on the left side. Puts it down in front. Hornick there, oh, he just missed. Getting that loose puck, Jan off the bench. Slap shot blocked and cleared by Figura as the penalty is over. Wow, a lot of activity for Hampton.
York had one heck of a save back on the right-hand side, a diving save across the net. Had to get a stick on the puck to knock it down.
Icing is called against Hampton. Shots are even at 14, but Hampton with a 4-1 lead. Talbots with goals by Lynch, Ethan Homans, Justin Weinbrenner, and William McGuire. Max Milan has the only tally in this game for the Baldwin Highlanders. They win the face-off to the point. Fagora goes down the far boards on the right wing behind the net for Dylan Davey. Davey has support behind the net, gets it there, trying to come out and stuff it in was Marco Hanlon. Big scramble on the near post. We're going to get a penalty coming up late, and now we still have some extracurriculars going on as a Hampton player and a Baldwin player are tied up, and it is Michelle who is forced back onto the net, Alex Michelle, by the Baldwin player. And I think
Baldwin player was Davey.
I think Michelle's going to get the penalty for Hampton. Holding call against Alex Michelle. And so Baldwin goes on the power play for the second time in this contest. 6:52, the time of the penalty in period number 2. Baldwin down 4-1, could sure use a power play marker here to cut into this lead. Face off on the near boards. Baldwin goes to the center point. Well, they say he kept it in.
Ooh, that was close.
Antonio did a good job. He kept it into the center point. Slap shot, deflected, and pinballs wide. I think Commendatore might have got a piece of that. Puck is played across to the right wing side for Nick Antonio, real talented freshman. His slap pass in front hits the back of O'Hanlon, trickles into the crease, and it's gloved by Sam Commendatore.
Commendatore's having himself a really good game, short of that goal that Milan got at the 8:56 mark of the first. He's really staying calm back there in net and not panicking at all.
Baldwin had the face-off. Good job of keeping it at the right point by Nair. Nair puts it towards the right corner. Milan had it. Hampton gets it. Hampton will dump it to the near side. And along the near boards, Baldwin has support. They'll walk it in. Oh, almost one move more. Becker would have scored a tremendous goal walking off the near half boards. Puts it in front. They score! Becker to Nair. Power play goal for the Baldwin Highlanders, and it's 4-2.
The 10:44 mark, Paul Nair gets himself a big time goal. That's his second point of the game. He had an assist in the first part. That one was down low on the ice. Again, glove side. Both of these goalies getting beat glove side.
Becker should get the assist. He made the great move to walk out, and he very nearly scored to make it 4-2, but then Nair gets the power play goal. And on the season, that is goal number 4 for Paul Nair. And Baldwin does indeed have to lead. 7:44 the time of that goal. Hampton wins the faceoff. D in his own zone. Plays it to Carlino at center ice. Good backhand pass to the right wing side. Nair was stick handling, still stick handling. Dumps it behind the net.
Good call. I was doing 20-minute periods when I said the 10:44 mark.
Max Milan gets his second point for Baldwin, so Nair and Milan each having a goal and assists. Hampton in their own zone. It is played up by Grob, but he can't get it out. Weinbrenner knocks a man down behind the net, and Hampton will indeed skate it up the near side and pass back to Katsafanis. Katsafanis gains the zone. His pass a little too hard for White. White deflects it into the near side. Past Reiner. Baldwin trying to come back the other way. Man is knocked down, and Katsafanis, I think we're going to get an interference call, a holding call. I thought they might have gone interference against Carlino, but it looks like holding is called against Katsafanis. And that puts Baldwin right back on the power play.
Baldwin's 1 for 2 right now on the power play. Have themselves only getting 6 penalty minutes against Hampton.
8:41 the time of the call against Katsafanis. He prevented a potential 2-on-none anyway with that hold.
Yeah, not a bad hold if there's a such thing. Not a bad penalty to take. Give up a 2-on-1 break.
Face off to the right of Commendatore. One to the near point to Brian D. Skates laterally. Tries to wrist it. It is knocked down to the far side. Centering. Shawley fanned on it. Ooh. Becker was open in front. at the near side, and he just missed converting. If he gets that, it's 4-3. Trying to walk it out. It is Max Milan. Milan has it knocked away, but it comes to the far point for Dan Figura. Figura gets it back. Center point to D. Slapper coming. And that is blocked by Homitz. Back to Homitz. Ethan Homitz, shorthanded 2-on-2 with Hornig. Homitz tries to get it around Figura. Figura knocks it off his stick, but good job by Homitz to tie it up with his skate to kill some time, killing the penalty for Hampton. 3 Highlanders. They finally force it out, but they can't clear the zone. Now D gets a second opportunity, and Brian D comes down the left wing side, gains the zone, has a man in front, goes instead to the point. Walking him along, wrist shot, blocked in front. I think it hit his own man, Dylan Davey. Here comes Homitz shorthanded again, 2-on-2 with Streitzinger. Homitz dangling. His shot hits Streitzinger. Back the other way comes Milan. Max Milan down the right wing side with the power play. 40 seconds to go on the Baldwin man advantage. Up in the air, McGuire gloves and clears. Brian D surveys in his own zone. Forecheck by McGuire. His pass too far for Antonio. Comes back to center ice for Stritzinger. Stritzinger dumps it back in. Antonio was forechecked well by McGuire. 15 seconds to go in this man advantage for Baldwin. They have one last rush, and here they come, Dakota Becker. Becker through center ice. Down the right side, right circle. Wrist shot in front, blocked. Deflects to the near side. And cleared away. The length of the ice for Hampton, 1 second. And we're 5 aside as Katsafanis comes out of the penalty box. And through the neutral zone comes Baldwin, trailing at 4-2. Puck is intercepted by White. White comes down the left wing side. On the backhand, in front, score! White to Hornig, and it's 5-2 Hampton.
Horning was calling for that puck the whole way down. He figured he'd go backside post, and White got it directly to him.
10:59 mark, Hampton. Back on top by 3, 5-2, as Ryan Hornig gets his 4th goal of the season. And another assist for Dan White. And still serving that misconduct penalty is Dutkowitz. White gets the only goal. And Hampton led 3-1 after 1. And they're up 5-2 with 5:40 to go in the second period. They've been outshot in this game 17-15, but they have the lead at 5-2. They dump it in behind the net to Hornig, who had the last goal. Goes to White, spins back to Hornig. Oh, he tried to give and go. It's deflected to Andrew Lynch. Lynch to White. They just play keep away. Great cycle by Hampton on this possession. Now they'll skate out. Turning shot by Lynch. Fires it over top the cage from the left wing circle. Dumped back in behind the net. First man to the puck is Hornig. Hornig tries to skate out. Nice move. Has someone. Reinert isolated just wide. Jason Reinert was the someone I was referring to as he broke into space and he just missed. And Hornig again on the puck. Great forecheck by Hampton. They'll walk out. Oh, it almost snuck in. And it just comes wide of the near post on a turning shot by Andrew Lynch. And finally, Baldwin gets it back to center ice.
I'll tell you what, the forecheck and the cycling for Hampton in this game is by far superior.
Katsafanis fires a wrist shot wide. Hampton on the puck, picked off by Baldwin, and they'll skate it out of their own zone with Tyler Rush. Rush's backhand pass too far for Dorrance. It goes behind the net for McGuire. And out of the zone, check it, Michelle. Bounces it up. Weinbrenner into the zone. They're onside. Hampton has a 5-on-3. As Baldwin had a late change, now a shot, a tricky shot, but a better save. It's handled by Matt Yock, and it's cleared back into the Hampton zone, where Alex Michelle has to play it. Michelle to Weinbrenner, he backhands it out of the zone. O'Hanlon tries to dump it back in, and he does. He'll give chase, but Josh Jan has the puck. Kept in though. Good pinching effort, falling down. That was D. No penalty is called. And Jan will work his way up. Good job to fight off a check, and he clears it. It's not going to be far enough for icing. 3.5 left in the second period. Hampton by 3. Matt Easler off the bench on the line change, has the puck in his own zone. Tries to come near side to Clark, and Clark puts it back to Easler. Those two play catch. Hits Easler's skate, comes in front. Jamming at it is Becker, but somehow holding the right post with the right skate and pad is Sam Commendator.
I'll tell you what, Baldwin missed a golden opportunity. Hampton got caught on a bad change. Baldwin had the puck going forward, not able to get the break, and that's what ended up resulting in the defense that Hampton was able to put on them.
Commendator did a good job to hold that post and hold it out of it. Hit the back of the skate of Easler, as I mentioned. It created a great opportunity for Becker. Baldwin wins the faceoff, but skating up and clearing the zone is McGuire. McGuire is dumped down by D. The D just took McGuire down. Centering pass and a good save by Yock on the shot by Stritzinger. Stritzinger has it. Tries to dump it in, and he does. Stritzinger stayed on it. They want 6-on-5 with the delayed penalty, and Stritzinger makes it 6-2 Hampton.
12:58 mark. Uh-oh. We got 13. I can't do math tonight. I'm sorry.
Goal number 2 for Stritzinger. And again, there was a delayed penalty forthcoming against Baldwin as D did dump a man down on the break, and we're going to get a goaltending change as Yock will come out. And for the second time this year, Dakota Mack will enter the game. Mack comes into the Baldwin net with 3:02 remaining in this second period. So Yock makes 11 saves on 17 shots, and Mack comes in at the 13:58 mark.
Waiting to see who got the assist there for Stritzinger's
Mack
goal.
has played 12 minutes on the season. His goals against is .850. Save percentage of .800, following 2 goals on 10 shots and limited action earlier. And now counterattacking after the face-up down the near side is Paul Nerr.
They gave that to McGuire.
Well, and Stritzinger should get an assist if it's a McGuire goal.
That's what they just, I think that's what they said.
That's exactly what they said. I thought Stritzinger dumped it in the way he reacted. Shot deflected. Mack, save, rebound, score. Loose puck in front. And this one is put in, but the way White's reacting, I think they're going to wave it off. No, it is a goal for Daniel White, and it's now a 7-2 lead for Hampton.
Wow. This game got opened up real quick by Hampton there. Real quick, within about 3 minutes or so. 3.5, almost 4 minutes.
Daniel White gets his first goal of the game. White has a couple of assists now to go with the goal. So McGuire gets the goal. His 6th at 13:58.
And assist to number 9, Jason Reinhardt, and number 91, Andrew Lynch. Time to goal, 2 minutes, 24 seconds.
14:36. Lynch with another point. Reiner with the other helper. Hampton flying. Here come the Homets boys. Drop pass to Ethan Homets. He tracks it down, dumps it back into the corner to Spencer Homets. Behind the net, the Weinbrenner tries to go back, and we're going to get a whistle and a penalty away from the play. A high stick forthcoming.
I'm still trying to catch up on the scoring.
Dakota Becker. Hampton will go on their 3rd man advantage. 15:08. Time of the high stick called against Becker. Face off to the left of Dakota Mack. Won by Hampton. Talbots lead 7-2. Katsafanis. Near point behind the net. Weinbrenner. Good job to skate in for Hornig. Hornig works it to the point to Lynch. Lynch dumps it. Backhanded down by Homets. Back to the point for Andrew Lynch. Wrist shot, good pass. Katsafana stick handling, puts it across. Now it's in front. The Weinbrenner shot through traffic, and either a defenseman or Mack made that save. As Antonio was in the net, one of those two kept it a 7-2 game. Pass through center ice, good job to skate in and intercepted by Brian D. Shorthanded for Baldwin in his own zone. Stops behind his own net, uses the boards, gets it back, fires it up. Oh, he almost gave it away. It does come back to center ice, though.
That's a couple times Brian Dees had a questionable clearance on the penalty kill, trying to send it up through the middle. Got to keep it near the boards and allow it outside the net.
Helmet's attack, skating right to left. Ethan Helmet's shifty move to try to come out, but he lost control of the puck, and Baldwin clears the zone. 45 seconds to go in this second period. We'll go by that clock. There's about an 8-second differential between the penalty and the game clock. And in his own zone, it's Andrew Lynch for Hampton. Puts it on the near side for Michelle. And now Lynch will take his time with 28 seconds. The Hornick drop past the Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner left side, slap shot. A heavy one, but he missed the net. Jan off the bench to keep it alive for Hampton with the man advantage. 15 seconds to go in the period. Back behind the net, Hornick hits his skate, comes in front. Cleared away by Gorman. Near side of Jan with 8 seconds. Dumps it on the boards. Good job by Dorman, though. Gorman comes in and steals. Back to center ice. Michelle to Jan. 1 second, and that is it. Second period comes to an end. Hampton led 3-1 after one. And after 2 periods of play, it's the Hampton Talbots 7. The Baldwin Highlanders 2. We'll take a break. Back between the second and third periods right after this, as you're listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media. It's right here on the MSA Sports Network.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
The natural gas delivery system is extremely safe. Leaks do occur on occasion. People's Natural Gas would like to remind you to use your senses, smell, sight, and sound to detect the warning signs of a natural gas leak. If you believe there is a natural gas leak, leave the area immediately and then call your natural gas company's emergency service line or dial 911. These lines are available for natural gas emergencies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit peoples-gas.com to learn more. This message is brought to you as a public service from Peoples, your hometown natural gas company.
Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
Hi, this is Hines Ward. If you're a high school sports fan, the place to go all year round is the MSA Sports Network. Log on every day to www.msasports.net for the schedules, the scores, the standings, the rankings, and of course, all of the broadcasts includes exclusive Whitfill playoffs and championship action. Anytime, anywhere, always there, the MSA Sports Network.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network.
Back at the Bladerunners in Harmarville, Bob Orkwis. Brandon Showers at MSA Sports. Through 2. Hampton at home leading the Baldwin Highlanders by a score of 7-2. We had a chance to hear a little bit of Matt Rinaldo talking to his troops, the head coach for Hampton, before the game. Brandon, he was talking about defending our house, and all day in the Shaler game, Shaler was in her house, and I think the Talbots have responded against Baldwin here through the first 2 periods.
They've responded and put the security system on, if you will, and they're just clearing everything out from in front of the net, not giving up many second chance opportunities, and that's exactly what he was talking about in that little conference backstage before the game, outside the locker room. That's exactly what he was telling his kids was, look, we cannot let this team get inside of our trapezoid. There's a trapezoid in front of the net, and if you can clear the puck out of that trapezoid and prevent any rebounds from really being second opportunities, that's a victory.
For Hampton, a good job of answering. They went up 1-0. Max Milan tied it for Baldwin. The Talbot scored the next 4. Dan Nuhr had a big power play goal halfway through the second period, Brandon, for Baldwin, but the final 3 goals, 2 of them, enough to chase Matt Yock from the net. Dakota Mack came in, and then White beat him, and that's what you like to see at home. You like to get a response when you're challenged, and Hampton has had that tonight.
Yeah, Hampton really, anytime they've given up a goal, they've been able to respond with at least 2 or 3 of their own goals as well. Dan White doing a very, very good job. What's he have? 1?
I got 2. White with a goal and 2 assists.
I got him with the same. Okay.
Want to run the scoring summary?
We certainly can.
For the fans at home, this 4-goal lead for Hampton.
First period, the 1:30 mark, Andrew Lynch from Daniel White. I have him with 3 assists, actually. Daniel White and Justin Weinbrenner, 1-0 Hampton. The 8:56 mark for Baldwin, they were able to knot it up with Max Milan from Paul Nuhr and Dominic Carlino. Then Ethan Homans at the 12:48 mark on a penalty shot put Hampton up 2-1. Justin Weinbrenner from Andrew Lynch, 3-1 for Hampton. That was the end of the first, the 19:23 mark. And 3 minutes and 10 seconds into the second period, William McGuire from Michael Stringer and Daniel Grob, 4-1 in favor of Hampton. Paul Nuhr on a power play from Dakota Becker and Max Milan, 4-2. That was a Baldwin goal at the 7:44 mark. Ryan Hornan from Dan White at the 10:59 mark put Hampton up 5-2. Dan McGuire from Dan White and Stritzinger. Oh my goodness, I can't. Stritzinger. 6-2 in favor of Hampton at the 13:58 and the 14:36. Dan White got his goal from Jason Reiner and Andrew Lynch, 7-2 in favor of Hampton.
And I do see the other assist on the 1 goal. Prettiest goal of the game came on the penalty shot by Ethan Homans. But just a nice team effort so far by the Hampton Talbots. And again, Hampton a little ticked off. They'd started the season 3-0-1. They won their opener against a good Armstrong team, tied Fox Chapel, and then defeated Norwin by shutout. And a 4-3 win against Plum. They lost 6-4 against Shaler. They're ticked off a little bit, and they've responded here tonight with this 7-2 lead. Hopefully you're enjoying coverage, both the audio stream and the video stream here.
How cool is that we do video streams now of hockey, not only football as well? Got exclusive coverage of PIHL hockey in Pennsylvania. That was pretty cool whenever the announcement came out, if you ask me.
Indeed it was. Good news, and hopefully everyone enjoys our coverage here on the MSA Sports Network, as we have signed on to be the exclusive broadcast partner with the PIHL all the way through the Penguin Cup playoffs on the MSA Sports Network. Speaking of playoffs, there's some kind of playoff
some
round
kind of
playoff Friday.
Yeah, and then next Friday, and boy, it's getting busy. It's getting busy.
Friday night, the semifinals as far as WPIL football goes. And you can hear all the semifinal matchups on the MSA Sports Network. Before we get there, there's more hockey coming your way. There's some action on the ice tomorrow, this week in the WPIL, also tomorrow night. And the championship games are Friday the 21st.
I got that day off of work. I rearranged my schedule. I have to work 10 days straight to do it, but I'm willing to do it to be down at Heinz Field in about, 10 days from now for the championship round. I will be along with Scott Majeski. Scott will be tape delay video streaming my game Friday night. Avonworth Antelopes and Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojans, the defending champion North Catholic Trojans. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, now on a 29-game winning streak going into the semifinal round. Where are you at, Bobby?
I am headed to North Allegheny.
Again?
I'm just camping out there, apparently. They keep letting me back in.
Well, that's their fault.
And it's the neutral site match between top-seeded Pine Richland as they take on the McKeesport Tigers. The Hampton Talbots, they suffered probably a gut-wrenching loss at the end of their season as they went into overtime this past Friday against Ringgold. 1-for-2 and the victory, and they came up short in the Class AAA playoffs. Baldwin did not qualify for the WPIL football playoffs. Before we take a break, I want to let everyone know that MSA Sports is proud to be working with Project Irreplaceable. Project Irreplaceable is a community service initiative to raise awareness of the value of early detection of breast cancer. The campaign asks students to let the important women in their lives know how irreplaceable they are, reminding their moms, grandmothers, friends, and other females that they could take a few minutes to do a self-exam. To learn more about this important life-changing initiative, click the Project Irreplaceable graphic on our website or go to www.projectirreplaceable.com for more information. After 2 at the Bladerunners in Harmarville, Hampton 7 and Baldwin 2. Back with the third period right after this. You're listening and watching PIHL Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2015 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
While the WPIL football postseason field gets cut in half again from 32 teams to 16 teams, we look ahead to the Final Four when the Highway to Heinz continues only on MSA Sports. Join us for exclusive coverage of all 8 high school games on semifinals Friday in the WPIL football playoffs, only on the MSA Sports Network.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
Monticello's Italian Restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at any Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us right here on the MSA Sports Network to receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to www.monticellos.com. Monticello's a Pittsburgh favorite.
Hi, this is Don Rebel, inviting you to log on each Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for This Week in the WPIHL, only here on the MSA Sports Network. Join me along with other MSA Sports members each week as we talk to head coaches around District 7, plus run down all the high school football action and preview the top games for the upcoming weekend. That's This Week in the WPIHL, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Bob Orkwis, Brandon Showers back on MSA. From Harmarville, the Bladerunners. 7-2 lead for the Hampton Talbots. Looking for win number 4 in the season. They are ranked number 5 amongst the MSA Sports PIHL Fab 5 as far as Class AA. They begin the third period with 8 seconds to go on a power play. And they are going to very shortly be 0 for 3 with a man advantage. They do gain the zone as they have flip-flop and they move again right to left across the computer keyboard or your computer screen. Baldwin the other way, length of the ice for the Highlanders, and icing is called 20 seconds into the third period.
For anyone who's not familiar with PIHL rules, they do not cut the ice at the end of the first period between the first and the second. After the second period, we take a little bit longer of a break. The ice gets cut, cleaned up, and prettied up for the third period to put everyone on an even and level playing field.
They've also gone to for the second straight year, 17-minute period. It's a shot. McGuire was out there looking for the hat trick. Deflected it wide. In the corner is Figura trying to work it out of the right wing corner. Comes near side. Nick Antonio on the left wing half boards will skate back behind the net. They'll dump it along the far boards. Baldwin will try to play it out. They can't do it. Good forechecking effort by Stritzinger, but it comes onto the stick of Dan Figura. Figura with speed counterattacking from right to left. Slides it back in front for Becker. Behind him comes to O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon dumps it down behind the net. He tries to chase it down. Played to the far side to Antonio. Shot through traffic. Block. Baldwin fights at it. They jam it in. Dylan Davey with a second effort. And Dylan Davey will get his first goal of the year for Baldwin. He makes it 7-3.
105 mark. Dylan Davey just put it over top of the glove side shoulder. Did I do that right? 105? Yeah.
Just jamming away at it. Came to the point. They kept it in. Antonio fired through traffic. It was blocked. Came in front. Davey had one crack. Second effort. Pitchforked it in over top of Commendator.
Becker with the assist there.
Becker gets his second assist of the game. Baldwin has 3 players with multiple points. They trail 7-3. Let's see if they get a spark. Last time they scored, they made it 4-2. Hampton rattled off the next 3.
In quick succession as well, within a few minutes of each other.
Centering pass. Knocked down and cleared by Baldwin. Max Milano has a goal and assist. Comes down the right side, dumps it, and chases. A little too far behind the net. Michelle beats him to the puck. Adam Michelle dumps it up. It goes into the air and out of play. And a face-off forthcoming in the Hampton zone. To our right, Hampton will line change. This line, Lynch, White, and Weinbrenner had that awesome shift for, it seemed like about 90 seconds of puck possession cycling in the second period.
Yeah, this is the line that just likes to cycle the puck down low. And they also have the skill, if they get it up top, to get a shot off and get a nice shot off at that.
Weinbrenner has a goal and assist. White has a goal and 3 assists.
Lynch has a goal.
Lynch has a goal and 2 assists, absolutely. Weinbrenner, right side, back to Lynch. Firing through a screen, and he scores!
There was no way.
The answer again, and they're going to say no goal. Mack never saw it, and I believe they're going to say that the other line mate, which was McGuire, might have been in the crease. Or was it White? It was White who's going to be called for being in the crease. So wave the goal off. So they did have the answer.
That was a beautiful shot, though. White just in the crease.
How about the rush? Weinbrenner just holds on the right side, waits for Lynch to break open in the middle, and he does. And Lynch breaks open. White goes in front of the net. That's picture perfect, even though White went into the crease. That shot, score! They're not taking that one away from Weinbrenner. Justin Weinbrenner, second of the game, and indeed makes it 8-3 Hampton.
Justin Weinbrenner really just try to dump it in and get it deep. Maybe set up a little bit of offense, but had different plans. Put it stick side. That time stick side low and just past the pad.
He's got 3 points, 2 goals. Goal number 4 on the season for Weinbrenner, second of the game. Comes at 2:14 of the period. And again, they answer. Every time Baldwin has scored, Hampton has answered. It was 1-1. Hampton made it 4-1. When Baldwin made it 4-2, Hampton scored the next 3. Baldwin made it 7-3, and Weinbrenner gets his second of the game.
And assistant number 85, Dan White, and number 91, Andrew Lynch.
White and Lynch add to their point totals. Lynch now with 4 points, a goal and 3 assists. White has a goal and 4 assists.
Oh, anything you can do, I can do better, eh?
They're outshining. I don't know if they consider this the top line with Homets, but this line has been very impressive tonight for the Talbots.
1 in 1A. Very similar to another team in the area that plays hockey.
I believe may hear some of those names in our Management Science Associates 3 Stars of the Game, which Brandon and I will choose afterwards. Puck into the left wing corner. Good forechecking effort by Hampton. Reinert at the point, wants the pass, comes in front. Return pass, and it's hit the heel of the stick for Stritzinger. It does come in front, trying to turn and shoot it was McGuire. The net is knocked off the moorings, and a good job to keep it out of there. As 2 good opportunities for Hampton, but Baldwin recovers, and the faceoff will come up in the Highlanders zone, trailing at 8-3, and both teams will send out new lines.
Dakota Mack did everything he could to get that puck. He ended up going foot to foot on each post and laying down on his belly, getting his glove and blocker up high.
Some good help, too. Figueroa was out there on the defense, and Dutkowitz, and they helped a little bit. Clean faceoff win for Hampton. Center point, Katsafanis fires and misses the captain. Puck in the near side. Figueroa dumps it in behind to D. D up the far side will get it back to center ice. Tyler Rush trying to give chase, but he's beaten to the puck. In his own zone home, it's up by the Vida. Vida for Hornig. Hornig is knocked down by, just kind of collided with Tyler Rush and falls down. Vida to Hornig this time, and this time he fell down. Tripped over the red line. Near side, Homich shoots and scores. Homich took the pass from Vida. Top of the near circle, fires it past Dakota Mack. Second of the game for Homets, a 9-3 lead for the Talbots.
4:01 mark. Homets did a good job there going glove side that time. And at this point, Hampton has not really decided on one side of the net they want to go to. They'll play both sides of the net. Ethan Homets' first goal, glove side, second goal, stick side.
Vida should get one of the assists, which would be his second point. The goal for Homets would be his 11th. Hornig should get the other assist. Lynch firing, saved by Mack. Oh, trying to glove it down and go to the backhand was Daniel White, but he couldn't do it. And a steal, and here comes Davey. Back the other way for Baldwin. Walks in, Davey backhands it wide, but he gets a penalty.
So Steele and Reinhardt.
Who?
Steele and, they hear Steele.
Had to be Vida and Reinert. Good rush by Davey. Gets another penalty.
Penalty shot.
And we will get a second penalty shot. Homets converted earlier for Hampton. Dylan Davey, who just scored his first goal of the season for Baldwin, gets a penalty shot opportunity.
You checking to see who got that other assist.
Here comes Davey, right-handed shot. Comes down the middle of the ice, goes to the backhand, and he's stopped by Sam Commendator. Commendator followed him. Davey went backhand. Commendator went to his left or to his right and made the save.
I'll tell you who's making a very good case, silently at that, to make himself an MSA Sports Center 3-star is Commendator. He's given up 3 goals. but a lot of big saves, a lot of big opportunities that he's blocked down.
Vida and Reinert get the assists. Out of his own zone comes Lynch. Lynch to White. White with a wrist shot blocked, but it comes to Lynch. Lynch fans and a Baldwin player. Dutkowitz just fell down. Baldwin has the puck and get it out of the zone. They do work it up the far side, and they will dump it. Marco Hanlon dumps it in. Gives chase.
Powerful fan.
Behind the net, good check by Davey to knock a man down. It was so powerful, knocked Dutkowitz over.
Exactly.
Off the near boards. Good job. Drop pass to D. Wrist shot. Becker with the pass. D shot save, and Becker came flying in, but just missed the rebound. Hampton deflects it up, and it does come back to center ice. Hampton leading 9-3 in the third period. A long wrist shot misses the net. Back in his own zone to play it is Josh Jan. Jan on the near side. Tries to get it out, can't do it. Good effort to keep it in, at least temporarily, by Nur, but it's intercepted. McGuire coming down the near side, works into the left wing corner, takes a check, but dumps the puck around. But Baldwin will try to skate it up and out, and they do get it back to center ice. Good job by D. Dumped right back in, however, by Hampton. As Stritzinger dumped it back in. Near side, Dutkowitz. Dutkowitz gains the red line and comes down the right wing for Baldwin. On the attack, Carlino goes to the net. Carlino now picks it up in the corner. Behind the net on the backhand, centers it. Comes to Max Milan. Milan fires. Good deflection. And just went over top the net. Dutkowitz gets away with a slash. Dutkowitz deflects the shot, but can't get it on the cage. Milan skates in. Wrist shot on the reset by Dutkowitz. D has it. Left wing corner. Lost the puck. McGuire turns the clear. He's being harassed by Milan, and the Highlanders keep it in. On the puck, turning with it is Carlino in front. Baldwin can't connect. Baldwin getting a little chippy down 6 goals, 9-3. Hampton dumps it in. Daniel Grob. Grob is knocked down, and Grob will draw a penalty. D, a frustration penalty.
D.
Interference is the call, and it just looks like to me the Baldwin.
They're getting agitated.
Agitated, chippy, and a little bit upset. 6:49.
Wait a second. We got another one going to the box, too.
Carlino goes to the box, too. I saw an interference call initially on D. I wonder if we're getting misconduct against Carlino. I think that's what we have.
It's another 10-minute misconduct penalty. That's 2.
No, it's unsportsmanlike, so it's
no.
going to be a 5-on-3. So Carlino gets the unsportsmanlike at 6:49. D, the interference call. Hampton is 0 for 3 with the man advantage, but they'll skate 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. Baldwin wins the faceoff. Lemp in the corner can't clear.
That's better.
Center point to Lynch. He'll skate to the right, set it up. Back the ball when defense in, comes back near side. Good job to race over and keep it in by Lynch. Homitz on the near side. Ethan Homitz looking for the HT. Pass in front. It goes through the legs of Weinbrenner. Lynch shot deflected wide by Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner on the puck in the left corner. Skates it out, drops it for Homitz. Homitz center point to Lynch. Wrist shot. Deflected in by Weinbrenner. And Justin Weinbrenner has the HT with the power play goal.
7:25. Justin Weinbrenner. That's a lot better. If you look at Weinbrenner, he's got to be what? 6'4", 6'5".
He is a big body.
So get him in front of the net and give that opportunity to get a deflection or at least block the goalie's line of sight.
His 5th of the year, a Lynch with another point on the helper. 4 points for Weinbrenner. Lynch has 5 points. And, of course, the referees have ways of not calling these goals right, but that's exactly where you want your big body to be, in front of the net. And they still have a 5-on-4. Hampton leading 10-3. Get it to Stritzinger, but he skated off the puck. Dakota Mack plays it to the near side. Baldwin clears it back to center ice. That's wrong. Puck is cleared up. And we get into the mercy rule with the 7-goal lead for Hampton. Baldwin tries to force it back to center ice, and they do. Dylan Davey does get it back, killing this penalty. So D came out of the box, but Carlino remains in with the unsportsmanlike conduct. Jan back into his own zone for Hampton. Dumps it around far side. That is McGuire. White misplays, but he has possession in his own zone with 13 seconds to go on the Hampton power play. Last effort for Stritzinger. Stritzinger gains the zone. Lost the puck. D. Good job by Stritzinger to force it off of D's blade. But D recovers and D clears it up. Not out. Jan keeps it alive. Fires. Block. Rebound. Lynch. Walking. Shot it off the shoulder. And a good save by Dakota Mack. As Lynch was looking for his second goal. In front. Here comes White. White pass. Shot. Score. There it is for Lynch. Off the beautiful pass by White. It will not be a power play goal, but it is 11-3 Hampton. Lynch now has 5 assists, or 2 goals and 4 assists, excuse me. White gets his 5th assist. That's what I meant to say. That was a beautiful passing effort. 9:05 the time of that goal. And there's been wave after wave of Hampton.
Yeah.
The shots don't really indicate that, just 23, but the goal tally certainly does.
More than 23 shots I have.
There comes Lynch in, walking in. His pass. Comes the Weinberger backhander. No goal. The net came off. Stritzinger gets another assist. So Stritzinger has multiple points, a pair of assists.
I got him 1, 2, 3 assists.
3 assists now for Stritzinger.
Yeah, 1 McGuire goal, 2 McGuire goals, and the Lynch goal.
Hampton up to the far side to Vito as an assist. Vita can't beat Antonio in the neutral zone. And Ethan Homitz looking for the hat trick out there. Back in his own zone, it's played back. Easler, and now Emmett Clark. Clark does a good job to avoid the check of Dorrance and clears it back to center ice. On the blade of Antonio. Nick Antonio near side to Gorman. His pass is knocked down. Vita outlets to Ethan Homitz. Homitz has his brother Spencer. Homitz winds his way in, but a good job to come over by Lemp to take the puck. And now Dorrance gets it back to Becker. And out comes Gorman. Gorman, though, good check. Reinert perfectly took the man out of the play. Puck does get into the zone, however.
Reinert with that nice hip check on the near side did a good job picking up the man and the puck both. He got his skate on the puck and his hip on the man.
Vita gets it back to center ice. Homitz is knocked down, and the puck finds him as he was on his knees. Back to the defense. Near side to Spencer Homitz. Homitz gets knocked down, but he gets it into the zone. And Ethan Homitz forces it to the goal off the stick of Antonio. Mack plays it. Puck is intercepted. Spencer Homitz with the steal. Tries to walk it out in front. Cody Lemp denies that. Does come in front. Shot. And now a second opportunity. McGuire looking for the hat trick. Not sure if that Mack made the first save, but he certainly made the second. And he keeps it 11-3.
Good save by Mack there. Getting his glove on the puck and stopping it from going in the net. Freezing the puck, although clock continues to run. Ticking clock with 5:10 to go in the game.
Hampton led 3-1 after 1, 4-2, or 7-2, excuse me. After 2 now, leading 11-3. In front, turning, Stritzinger, backhander. That's a good left pad save by Dakota Mack.
That's a tough save to make, too. whole body's going the opposite
That's right.
way. Get your back leg got down on the ice and kick it clear.
Momentum going one way, leg kicking out the other way. That's why the goalies have that incredible flexibility in their groin muscles to make those kind of saves. They stretched them out well, and Mack kept it 11-3. On the forecheck by Hampton on the near side, Max Milan for Baldwin in the zone with 4:25 to go in this contest. Milan goes far side to Nur. Nur comes down the left side, skates to the middle, wrist shot, hits a stick, deflects high. Shot back to the net in front, and it's put in, yes, forcing it in. It is Trevor Dutkowitz. He forced it off a Hampton Talbot, and it finds the net behind Common-Tor, and it's 11-4.
15:51 mark, right?
Try 12:51. You got to get that 20 out of your head.
I do.
Trevor Dutkowitz will pick up his first goal of the year,
which is going to be difficult to do with going to the game for Saturday.
And then watch Saturday. You'll be in a 17-minute mode.
Yeah.
Number 77, Trevor Dukowitz. And assist to number 86, Max Milan.
Milan picks up his third point. Milan has a goal and 2 assists for Baldwin. But it's going to be too little too late as we're under 3.5 to go, or under 3:50 to go. And it's an 11-4 lead for the Talbots. In their own zone, Hampton plays at the center ice. Weinbrenner, too far for him. And Fagora in his own zone. Here comes Milan down the left side. Milan on the backhand, ducks his way in, shot. Good job to hold the line and make the save by Common-Tor. D keeps it at the point. Goes near side to Milan in the right corner. Centering pass and a good read in front. Deflected away by Matt Easler for Hampton. And Lynch forces it back to center ice. A little face wash for Dutkowitz. Lynch and Dutkowitz have something going on this ship.
Yeah.
Back in, shot, save. As coming down the left side was Brian D. But Common-Tor makes the save as we tick under 3 minutes remaining in this contest.
Yeah, Lynch and Dutkowitz went side by side down the ice there. A little bit of a discussion going on between the two of them. Neither of them really taking action with it. Neither of them really can.
Can you call it a face wash with a cage?
I guess you can,
okay,
but I don't know that it is.
People get the point, right?
Yeah.
it's a cage wash, I guess, right?
On occasion, you need a cage washed out now and again.
Dutkowitz was into it earlier in his own zone in this contest. That time it was Lynch and Dutkowitz. Long rolling puck slides right into the cage, and Mack leaves it there for Cody Lemp. Lemp gets it back behind his own net for Baldwin with 2:15 to go. And the Highlanders will get it to Antonio. He lost the puck. Turning with it, Homitz. Homitz has his pocket picked by Tyler Rush. Rush leaves it down the far side for Dylan Davey. I've been impressed with Davey tonight. He scored a goal, missed on a penalty shot. And now Ethan Homitz out of his own zone. Winds his way out. Picks up the loose puck but can't shoot it. Homitz backhands it in behind the cage for Hampton. On the attack late, centering pass. Grob tries to knock it in, and it's loose in the paint. And diving out to cover up is Dakota Mack.
Dakota Mack came in at the middle of the second period, roughly.
13:58 mark.
To spell Yock. And Max really had himself a good game, all things considered. I mean, he came into the game already down huge. Not much he was going to do to get his team back into it. Allowed it to get a little out of hand, but I don't know. I don't think you can really blame him for that. I think the momentum was basically gone by the time he came in.
6-2 he came in. You're absolutely right on that momentum point. As Hornig comes down the near side into the left wing corner as we approach a minute remaining in this contest. Behind the net is William McGuire. Gets it to Michelle, back to McGuire. Centers it. Stritzinger fired it wide. He had a chance to tee it up, and then he did, and then Rush dumps Stritzinger on his wallet.
Yeah,
Back into his own zone for Gora.
Rush darn near rushed Stritzinger there. Almost got a penalty called on him, if you ask me. A little bit late he came through on him.
Puck is forced into the left wing corner for Stritzinger. Takes a check from Bagora. Good check. D reverses for Baldwin. Jan comes over, but it never gets them at the near point. Baldwin had it in a circle, and now they'll skate it up. It is Dylan Davey His backhand pass knocked down by Horning with 20 seconds to go in this contest. Puck is tied up in front of the penalty benches on the far side.
Chippy, real chippy.
Davey throwing some punches. Antonio was also in there. If you're Hampton, best just to get out of there.
Yeah, and that's it. If you look down here, that's exactly what Stritzinger did. He turned around and got completely out of there. Wait.
And the horn sounds.
Wow. I'm waiting to see, are the officials going to make any calls there? Because I do believe in high school hockey, you get a game misconduct, you're out the next game.
That is correct. If it got I don't think we've got to that point.
I don't know.
Maybe some roughing calls. There might have been an initial penalty, but it doesn't look like they're going to make a call. They're going to make sure that nothing happens in the handshake line after this one, as Hampton defeats Baldwin by a score of 11-4. Back with the MSA Sports postgame show and the Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game. Right after this, you have been listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, and it's right here on the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2015 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
East Suburban Sports Medicine, leaders in physical therapy, will help you get back into the game, feel better, play better, live better. Your hometown resource for physical therapy, East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove, it's the best care, hands down.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Back at the Bladerunners in Harmarville, the MSA Sports post-game show with Brandon Showers, Bob Orkwis. 11-4, the Hampton Talbots over the Baldwin Highlanders tonight. They led 3-1 after 1, 7-2 after 2, finishing out, outscoring Baldwin 4-2 in the third period, and a nice rebound from a tough loss against Shaler for the Hampton Talbots, Brandon.
Yeah, break down the third period scoring real quick. Dylan Davey had opened it up at the 105 mark from Dakota Becker, 7-3 in favor of Hampton. That was a goal by Baldwin. It looked like Baldwin might have been able to get back into it. Then Justin Weinbrenner, about a minute and 9 seconds later, put it in from Dan White and Andrew Lynch to make it 8-3 Hampton. Ethan Homitz from Reinert and Vita, 9-3 in favor of Hampton. Justin Weinbrenner, again, a power play goal. The HT from Andrew Lynch, 10-3 in favor of Hampton. Andrew Lynch at the 9:05 mark from Dan White and Michael Streitzinger, 11-3 Hampton. Then late in the third, Trevor Dutkowitz from Max Milan, 11-4 in favor of Hampton. That's the final score of the game, 11-4 in favor of the Hampton Talbots.
I think one of the important things was the answers by the Hampton Talbots in this game. It was tied at 1. Homitz scored on a penalty shot. They went up 4-1 to the Talbots. 4-2. Hampton then makes it 7-2, and they make it. Baldwin scores and make it 7-3, and then Hampton made it 11-3, and they had answers every time that Baldwin cut it close, and that's a sign of a good team.
Yeah, being able to answer the bell, answer the goal, get yourself back into the game, and offensively kind of assert yourself and inform the other team that, hey, you know what, you might have scored, but you're not going to go on a run here. We'll stop you right here, and then we'll make you start another run and hopefully stop you again. worst case scenario. And the thing is they didn't answer with just one goal. They answered in bunches of goals as well.
Shots on goal in the third period, 10 for Hampton, 7 for Baldwin. Your game totals 29 for the Talbots, 24 for the Baldwin Highlanders. It is time for the Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game. Oh, you want me to do that?
You have it written down. I can get it. I can.
All right, let me just do this real quick.
Justin Weinbrenner, number 1.
That. No, you go the other way.
Oh, you go. That's right. You do go the other way.
You just blew it. Now.
I blew it.
All the symmetry. Let's do it again.
Dan White.
Time for the Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game.
Dan White with the 3rd star of the game.
1 goal and 5 assists for Hampton.
Andrew Lynch, the 2nd star of the game. 2 goals and 4 assists.
Also with 6 points.
And Justin Weinbrenner, 3 goals, 1 assist.
By our estimation, the hat
of the
trick.
game.
Yep, he's our top star. But congratulations to Hampton. So they're 4-1-1, Hampton. And as far as the standings go in the Eastern Conference, Hampton was behind Fox Chapel by a point. I'm not sure if Fox Chapel is playing tonight, so they were temporary. Oh, they're playing in the second game tonight. Fox Chapel, by the way, and North Hills will play next Tuesday night, audio only here on the MSA Sports Network. For Baldwin, they fall to 1-6 on the season.
Yeah, Baldwin gotta try to turn it around. Gotta get something going in your favor. But I'll tell you what, this Hampton team, perennial playoff team, Fab 5, number 5 right now. I wouldn't be surprised, depending on what happens in the other games. Maybe next week they move up into the 4 or 3 spot in the Fab 5 after tonight's game. 11-4 over top of Baldwin. I know Baldwin's not a majorly tough opponent, but a tough enough opponent to maybe move you up a couple spots.
Thanks to Scott Majeski, the man running the camera tonight on MSA Sports. Jody Zengurley Cook, Ted Lusick also helping out when we got here. Thanks to my partner, Brandon Showers. Always good to work with you. And I hope you enjoyed listening. Thanks to all of you at home for listening or watching here on the MSA Sports Network. The final score from the Bladerunners in Harmarville. Hampton 11 and Baldwin 4. Bob Orkwis saying good night and thank you for listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media. You heard it right here on the MSA Sports Network.